What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sane. My voice is a little tired, so I won't be super loud, so hopefully this isn't, the quietest, most quiet video ever. I think my mic is semi-loud. I'll keep my gain up a little bit. Help that out. I don't want this intro to be too long, so I just want to get into the concept. But sorry for not streaming, and sorry for not having videos out for a little while. I just started a new job, which I have to drive very far from work, so it kind of takes up most of my day. A new restaurant. Really exciting, so... yeah, stay tuned. Expect to stream for Black and White tomorrow. I'll be back on the Gen 5 Nuzlocke tomorrow. But today I have a couple minutes right now. I want to make a video. I wanted to make some videos talking about some underrated Pokemon Nuzlockes, and I think it's something I was thinking about on the car ride. So I'm doing like top 5, top 6 underrated Pokemon in Gen 3 just because of the games I play the most. And I like talking about them the most. So this one's gonna be for Emerald. Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, the three, Gen 3, what am I trying to say? Anyways, Hoenn, Gen 3, my top 6 most underrated. This is not like ordered, it's not like the most underrated, the second most underrated, or whatever. Most underrated Pokemon in Emerald, and I have them all here, so, if you want to just see them, you don't want to hear the descriptions, here it is, you can click off the video, but if you want to hear while I talk about them, I will talk about them here in the video. So first off, Emerald. Mightyena. Mightyena is a great first encounter. Dark is neutral against rock. You're gonna have bite, so I know it's not a high special attack, but you're just like still a stab. Bite is going to be neutral against rock. You're not weak to rock, so it's pretty good answer for Roxanne. Not answer, I guess, but a pretty good gym for Roxanne, or a pretty good Pokemon for Roxanne's gym. Then you skip it for the fighting gym, and it's nice for what's his face, Watson, because just more like dark neutral stab. Like, it's just like a decent Pokemon. It's fully evolved by the time you're at Watson, so it's gonna be one of like the strongest stat total Pokemon by Watson. And then from then on, Mightyena has Intimidate, which is just like her super good ability. Lowering attack, it's really good for Intimidate. Shuffling, the dark type, comes in really handy later on in the game. The more I think about Mightyena, and every time I get it in a game, I'm always happy to see it. It's not like the most impressive Pokemon stat-wise, but its typing and ability both are really solid. 90 attack is pretty okay, honestly. It's pretty okay for some things. And even though Dark is special, a 60 special attack isn't great, but like you get Black Glasses early on, so that helps out. So you can like give it Black Glasses, and its Crunch, even coming off 60, will still do the job. Like, it'll still hit Psychic types like really hard. I think the only Psychic types that'll live are like Claydol, Grumpig, and that's about it. Like the really tanky ones. Maybe a Gardevoir, maybe. But then like you teach it Shadow Ball later to help deal with the Psychic types. You teach it Strength. It comes with some cool. It can learn some cool moves like Swagger. This is a set I usually run on it when I did a run of Emerald where I could only use Pokemon below 500 base stat total, and Mightyena was there for the entire run. I don't think I ever took him out of my party except for Brawly. I think he was in my party the entire time, just Intimidate, Shuffling, Swagger, Crunch. I think I actually ran Bite, so I could do like Confusion Flinch for a while, which is really what worked really well. I gave him Shadow Ball at the end game to go more off his attack stat. I was even running like Silk Scarf Strength. Like he was working out well. Just Dark typing is really good for Emerald. Intimidate's really strong, and his move pool is pretty okay. Like he's got some nice utility there, and just Intimidate. The next one I'll talk about is Swalot. Swalot is probably my favorite Poison type to use, and he's one of my favorite pivots. He's one of my favorite pivots that I like forever. Poison type's not horrible in Emerald. There's a couple of like Earthquakes just kind of floating around the end game. Like you've got the Altaria and the Flying Gym, and you've got Claydol for the Psychic Gym, but you shouldn't be taking it against the Psychic Gym. But other than that, he's bulky. He's a bulky Pokemon for Watson. He's just bulky and has good coverage moves. For basically the entire game, he's just like a Pokemon you can just kind of... he's like glue. He just kind of sticks on any team. Can kind of do whatever you want it to. Move sets I like to do with it. I love Stockpile. Just like sitting in there, a bulky Pokemon using Stockpile. I have Spit Up to kind of sweep. Stockpile, bulk up, and then kind of sweep through most of the gym. I teach it Giga Drain so it can heal itself back up without losing the stacks. Or you can do like Rest and the Chesto Berry. You can do that. I just like Giga Drain just because like unless I have like a really strong Grass type, I can teach it Giga Drain. Like okay, whatever. because Swalot's just like useful. And then a stab sludge bomb on it's hitting pretty hard. Its attack stats aren't horrible. It's got some great bulk. And then spit up at the end. You kind of use it when Swalot is low HP. Not on low HP, like when you have like that last final. Okay, this is when I'm gonna stop using Swalot for this fight. I'm gonna spit up and probably one hit KO something. Hits pretty strong. So I like stockpile spit up just for Nuzlocke. I think it's a good move set. And Swalot's probably my favorite user of it. And you could even like forgo this. You can learn things like Ice Beam, Thunder, or Shockwave. So you do like Ice Beam, Shockwave. Where's Shockwave? There's you can teach it Shockwave. You can teach it Ice Beam. So you can have some cool coverage. So you could do like Bolt Beam coverage with Stab Poison and like Giga Drain, or other moves like Body Slam. It learns Body Slam pretty early. You still got Stockpiles. You got Water Pulse. Like you got some really cool moves. You have some really cool moves, and it's really flexible. Very underrated Pokemon. Like Poison typing isn't amazing. Its abilities aren't really anything special. It's just got nice stats and nice moves. So definitely don't sleep on my boy Swalot. Plusle and Minim. So these two kind of get overshadowed by like Manectric and every other electric type, but these two are really good, and they're probably the best defensive electric types in the game. I have them together because it's just like they're essentially the same. Their stats are not that different. Like they're both about equally, but like Minim's a little bit more bulky, and then Plusle's a little bit more of an offensive threat. So like, but really they're about the same. But they've got some good moves. Stab Thunderbolt's always gonna hit hard, even off like 75, 85. Stab is really good. You got Thunder Wave for speed control. Encore is a fantastic move in Nuzlocke because you can lock them into any move. You can like lock into a tackle, and then you switch in your ghost type or switch in your rock type, and they're locked into it. So you're just like, and the AI will never switch really. So you just kind of set yourself up perfectly. You've got Helping Hand, Plusle, Helping Hand. Just Helping Hand against Liz and Tate is not the worst thing in the world. I've done it before with, I think it was Plusle Helping Handed my Sharpedo Surf. I think it was Sharpedo. It was it was Sharpedo, a fast water type Surf. And it OKO'd the Claydol, so Plusle wasn't scared of the Earthquake because it never went off. And then Plusle took care of the Xatu, and then just Helping Hand Surf took care of the rest. And I wiped Liz and Tate with a Plusle and a Sharpedo, and I was just like, wow, Helping Hand alone is just good. So having that move is great. You can also do things like Baton Pass. I think Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave are just staples on this Pokemon. Just do it. You've got like Agility, Baton Pass. You can do things like that. You can still run on. Like there's just so many cool support moves. You can even do screens if you want to. They learn Wish. You can do like Baton Pass, Wish. You can do like Agility, Baton Pass, drop Thunder Wave, and do Wish. You can throw Substitute on here, so Agility, Baton Pass, Substitute. Good Baton Passers. Baton Pass is like a fine strategy, but they're also like Electric type is just so good for the game. So they kind of double down as being a good Electric type and also a good supportive Pokemon. So really like them. If you get one in your team, don't just box it. Like make a plan with it. You can do a lot with this Pokemon. Tropius and Blossom. These two are pretty much the same. Chlorophyll sweepers, Chlorophyll grass type sweepers at the end of the game are nice. Blossom's definitely better than Tropius, but I single these two out because the Chlorophyll, and they also have coverage that can hit Ludicolo for super effective. You've got Stab Fly or Stab Aerial Ace on Tropius to hit like Ludicolos at the end because it's a couple of them against the Water Gyms, and then Blossom's got a nice Sludge Bomb coming off attack, which is pretty close to special attack. So stat wise, they're both bulky. Tropius is a little bit bulkier, but Blossom's gonna be hitting a little harder. They're both the same speed. You can do set like Sunny Day, Solar Beam, coverage move in Fly or Sludge Bomb, and then you've got like Sleep Powder on Blossom, which is another reason why I think Blossom's a little better. And Tropius can learn some cool moves like Earthquake, or you can do like Body Slam. You can obviously give him Giga Drain, Leech Seed. There's some other moves you can do here, but Chlorophyll sweeping at the end of the game, just with so many water types going around, and yeah, it's just like against Juan and Wallace if you're playing Emerald, and even against Steven, they're both pretty fine. Not as good, but better against Wallace, better against Wallace and Emerald than they are against Steven. But for Emerald specifically, Chlorophyll Sweeper, just set Sunny Day immediately. Well, you have to hit the Wailord, or if you can tank the Wailord's water spout, because that hurts a lot. But then you weaken the water type attacks, and then you're just super fast. You're sweeping with solar beam before the water types can get off their like ice beams if they have it, or whatever move they have, like neutral attack. Blossom's got sleep powder to put things like the really scary Kingdra, the Kingdras to put them to sleep or something. Or you've got Earthquake to hit the, like, Tropy's got Earthquake to hit, like, Tentacruel, like Wallace's Tentacruel. Fly, of course, to hit, like, Ludicolo. Yeah, really, really nice Pokemon for the end. They just, like, pair very well, and just, like, Sunny Day Chlorophyll just pairs so well. I can't remember who else has Chlorophyll. Like, you have Vileplume, which you can put Vileplume here, too. I think Bellossom's a little bit better than Vileplume just for resisting Earthquake, since there's a couple Earthquake spams in the end. There's no real reason. Like, they're basically the same. Shifttree is another amazing one, but I feel like Shifttree is... I want to say Shifttree is known, not as, like, underrated as, like, Tropius and Blossom. I feel like people kind of talk about Shifttree. I don't know. It's kind of hard to do, like, underrated things, because I don't know exactly what everyone talks about, but it's just, like, what I think about. And, like, I know Shifttree to be really good, but, like, these are other ones that I don't know if people think are as good. Yeah, Shifttree is another amazing Chlorophyll Sweeper. And the last one is Sharpedo. I was talking about the Sharpedo Plusle Blizzard Sweep. It's strong, it's fast, it's very squishy, so it's a lead Pokemon. It is not one you switch in unless you've got, like, a perfect switch in into a water type attack or a fire type attack or a dark type or like a ghost type attack or something. Like, it's like unless you have like a perfect switch into it, do not switch into neutral. It will be a neutral attack. It will drop probably. It'll take a lot of damage. But Rough Skin is nice, just like to deal some damage back while it's fighting things. It can be a good pivot if you have a good pivot like I don't know, a Shadow Ball or something. I guess that's a big contact, so it's pretty specific. But if you can get it in, Rough Skin is a nice ability, and Crunch. You can do like Black Glasses Crunch against Lizantate will hit really hard. Mystic Water Surf will hit hard because 95 special attack is pretty solid. It's very fast. Like 95 speed is pretty fast. You're outspeeding most of the game. And the 120 attack is going to hit really hard for things like if you're just doing Strength and Earthquake, like neutral, Strength, Return. You could do Double Edge. I don't like Double Edge just because it's like risky. But Strength, Earthquake. I wish it learned Shadow Ball. That'd be so nice to learn Shadow Ball. You could do Fury Cutter if you really wanted to. Most is just like normal type attacks. Like, it's not great coverage, but that's a good attack stat. It's fast and it's got some good coverage. Or mix attacking ability with like Surf, Crunch, Ice Beam, and then learning Earthquake is really, really cool. Strength, Water and Dark both pair really well for the end game. Lizantate, you are pretty fine against the Water Gym just because you can hit everything neutrally, and like you can switch into things if you play around your pivots well. Like if you bring like a fire type to get your Sharpedo in for free, just to like bait some moves, you know. Just you could do some things like that. Bait some moves, get the Sharpedo in, and then fire off a really strong Strength or Return or Earthquake or something. And then against the Elite Four, it's really solid. You take care of you're walling the Ice Gym Leader. Even though its defenses aren't good, you're just resisting, so you're not taking a lot of damage and you're firing back hard. You can completely obliterate the Ghost type one. You're very fast Ice Beams for Drake, and then against Wallace you have resists, so you're not a bad idea against Wallace either. And against Steven, you're probably even better, just because you can just like Earthquake and Surf Sweep. So Sharpedo is really strong, actually. Definitely a Pokemon I recommend using more of in Emerald and Hoenn playthroughs. I really like it. So anyways, that's the 6 Pokemon of 6, I guess. These two are together, so whatever. So that's the 6 underrated Pokemon, my pick for Emerald. And next video will be Fire Red, Leaf Green. Thanks for tuning in to the channel, guys. Thank you again for all the support. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've gotten so much support recently, but really appreciate you guys. Expect the stream for Black and White tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later.